Well, we will get going. How's everyone doing out there? Doing all right? Starting to get gorgeous weather-wise, which is always a good thing. Thanks for being here for our campus update. We've got a lot of things going on across campus, and happy to bring our leadership team to share some of those stories and keep everyone in the loop. And it is great to see the beauty of our campus being totally leveraged these days. Had to run into a number of great admissions tours coming over, which, obviously as the lifeblood of what we do is always nice to see robust tours on campus. And very recently, we had a whole ton of alumni on campus for our mega reunion, which I think we had 450 or plus alumni back. As many of you know, we were, like other places, challenged to have in-person activities during the pandemic, and so we had to consolidate our reunions and had 3 cycles come back to campus. It was a beautiful a group that enjoyed being back on campus. They enjoyed everything that they saw and the things that they attended, from the Scholars Luncheon, where we got to thank some of our most supportive donors for the philanthropy that allows us to continue to enroll incredible students here, regardless of their socioeconomic background. In that top right-hand corner, we had the Hall of Fame for our Royals Athletics program. I don't think I did that. Did I do that? Wow. Powerful. Where we, just inducted a great new generation of student athletes, and listening to their stories was a lot of fun. At that Scholars Luncheon, it was a home run to have our students out front, including Nina Dixon-Karaya, sharing her story of being educated and growing up in the Dar es Salaam area of Tanzania, and what it's like to come to the United States for her education experience. So kudos to our advancement and external relations team and everyone else that came together to make that a first-class event. At the reunion, oh, I lost track here. Oh, that's right, because Up is back. Right? Okay. All right. Let me get reoriented here. Okay, got it. Also on campus, about a week ago, we had the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra here playing a really beautiful program dedicated to music and healing, a partnership between the Symphony Orchestra and the university hopefully allows us to enjoy that more often, so they can take advantage of the Sandra Levine Theater for perhaps some of their more intimate scale performances. And also on the Sandra Levine Theater, we enjoyed having the world-class a cappella group known as Voctive join us for a great performance that my family was able to show up and enjoy. And at reunion, we had a special moment to recognize Miss Betty and celebrate her with her family of alumni over the decades, as she starts her 60th year here of working for Queens. She has done and seen it all, and there's a lot of celebrating that she is owed during her 60th lap around the Queens experience. There's even some thought of labeling this upcoming year the year of Miss Betty. May be appropriate as well. So stay tuned for more information on that. And you know what? I'm positive she wouldn't mind if you congratulated her if you had a chance to swing on by. Absolutely. One of the emerging student experiences that has really grown legs over the past several years is the annual McCall School of Business Pitch Competition. And what I've seen over the past several years is the quality of the presentations and the pitches, but also on the external side, seeing the entrepreneurial community of Charlotte really embrace the McCall School and the pitch competition as a hub. Some great sponsors came to partner in the program and also to help us fund $5,000 of pitch competition winnings. So we look forward to the growth of that program, and it would be a wonderful thing if we became a stronger epicenter for entrepreneurial-minded students and what they'll do for the world. It is always an excellent time for Royals athletics. The student athletes that we have are doing an amazing job in the classroom, but also in competition. Just some of the highlights. Obviously, we all know about the national championships that we won in swimming. We have currently the longest active winning streak across all divisions, 1, 2, or 3 for national championships in a sport. So that's pretty exciting. Our women's lacrosse team is currently ranked #1 in the country. They are undefeated. And congratulations to Coach Claire Short on her 100th win of her career. And women's, yes, that is worthy of celebration. Men's lax is doing well as well, as ranked #17th in the country. Our track teams are doing fantastically, #7th on the women's side and 9th on the men's side nationally. And women's tennis is having a strong season. I know that they're all feeling great about taking down Wingate, who's been a real impediment in the conference, and they're ranked 12th in the country. We, at our last social faculty and staff coffee, shared a bit of the update. We're in our men's basketball program. Very excited to have Coach Grant Leonard take the reins and lead our program. And he has been with us for 9 years, so he will do incredibly well. And we came out of the winter season. The Learfield Cup are the standings that rank basically all universities in all 3 divisions based on their overall student athlete success and championships. And coming out of the winter season, we were #3 in Division 2, and that's out of some 310 schools. So things are going well. I am going to invite Maria to join us and let her know that the down arrow is up, because I forgot it, even though I heard it earlier. There you go.
Thank you. So, college campus in April, always a little bit of a crazy thing, but always wonderful to see what's going on. Talking a little bit about anticipating move out here at the end of the year. Our residence halls will be closing by May 4th at 10 a.m. for our underclassmen. And then our seniors are staying through May 8th. If you remember, commencement's happening on May 7th. So by 5 p.m. the following day, our seniors are going to be departing campus. And if they want to stay late, we just encourage them to let us know. And we'll be opening summer housing by May 13th. Seeing the vibrancy return to our campus has been so exciting. We had our Lasso group with carne asada out in the residential quad last Thursday, celebrating, and music, food, students from all different organizations. Lasso sponsored it with their wonderful faculty advisor, Sean Bowers. So we had the opportunity to get together and share some food and fellowship. And our spring carnival took place last Friday, amongst a little bit of wind with some of the activities, but nonetheless, looking so different than our campus has looked the last couple of years, and just really exciting to see people out in community celebrating and working towards the end of the semester. We have our Student Life Awards coming up on Sunday, April 24th. This is a new evolution that I'm really proud of, that I think is going to serve our community incredibly well, because rather than doing separate programs for academics, athletics, and student life, we've put them all into one celebration. And so I think that'll make it easier not only for our students, but also for us to celebrate them towards the end of the semester. And of course, because we are heading up on final exams, we're going to be holding our exam break breakfast on Tuesday, April 26th, starting at 9 p.m. And if anyone wants to sign up to help us out, there'll be a link in the Q News as we head into the final stretch of the semester. And we'll be back in a more regular format. So we'll have folks serving the food, and then also hanging around in the dining hall for that community, playing some bingo, having a little fun before we head into final exams and the end of the year. But looking forward to wrapping up with all this positive energy at the end of the semester. Gonna invite Adrienne up. Sorry, I clicked twice. My bad.
Thanks, Maria, for saving me from having to click. Remember which direction we're heading in this morning with a new clicker. Very exciting. It has been a pleasure to see and to hear about all of the wonderful events, and to know that amidst the events that are happening in student life, the events that are happening in academic affairs, I had the pleasure of hearing from some of our great scholars in marking excellence last Friday that y'all are still showing up to help us with all of these admitted students and prospective students who are visiting us this month. So April is a really big month. Enrollment is looking steady, but we've still got a long way to go as we approach May 1 for our new undergraduate students. Transfer students are similar to prior years as well. And so thanks to the folks who were here with us this Saturday. These next 2 weeks, you saw big tours right now, are spring break for our local counties. So Mecklenburg County is this week, Union County is next week. So our tours will be poppin'. And then we are really going to bring it home with undergraduate enrollment with a admitted student day on the 23rd of April. It is our biggest admitted student day of the season. So bring your energy from all of this great programming for that. And as our graduate recruiters get up and running, we will have more to say on the graduate front going forward. So that's it from me today. On to Mary Alice.
Thank you, Adrienne. Good morning. Let's see. Down. There we go. Two quick but important updates from finance today. Our current year results, we look at those every month, and compared to our budget, we're seeing really positive results. We had projected a modest surplus of about $220,000 for the current year, and we look to be able to exceed that. Our revenues are lagging a little bit behind budget. That's primarily tuition, undergraduate and graduate, but our expenses are showing really positive variances, so making up for that shortfall in revenues and then some. As we look to next year, we will start the 22-23 preliminary budget process in the coming weeks. An important update on this process to share is that an employee raise pool will be a required line item in this budget and going forward. This won't be easy. This year we'll roll forward one of our smallest entering freshman classes, and we'll continue to navigate challenges financially while we also continue to grow our tuition and philanthropy revenues. But we recognize that this is really too critical of an item to be viewed as a wait and see item like we've done historically. And so just know that an employee raise pool will be part of each year's budget going forward to invest and recognize and reward our biggest asset, our people. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Jen. Thank you.
Good morning. I have a thank you and an announcement. Qunited 2022 1316 donors and $371,000 in revenue. That's a record at Queens. So woo! It tells us a lot of things, because really, 71% of that total donor count is alumni, which as opposed to 63% last year for that. And so that tells us a lot. It tells us alumni are really paying attention. They're seeing what's happening here. They're excited. There's a lot of energy. So thank you to everyone here on campus that made it a really big deal. It was a great day. It's our biggest fundraising day of the year. It touches a lot of different folks all around. So that was pretty exciting. We also saw a substantial increase, of course, in revenue, but in Royal Society gifts of $1,500 and above. And there were a lot of challenges this year as well from different leadership groups around campus. So thanks for all making that happen. So the next slide is, and I'm pressing down, and there we go. So this is the announcement. So Learning Society is a very big deal. It's happening next week already. And so we bring 800 people, alumni, friends, major donors convene here in this very space. And so as you can see here, we're hosting Dr. Mark Hyman, New York Times bestselling author, and functional medicine expert Carla Hall, top chef and food equity advocate, and she will be doing the moderation. And so, everyone's going to come and convene and think and learn about the overarching inequalities in our food system when it comes to the demographics of race, location, affluence, and economics, et cetera. So just wanted to let you know this is happening. Also, before that public lecture, which is at 7 o'clock that night, there will be a free student-led discussion with Dr. Hyman in the Greenhoot Recital Hall here at 4:30 that day, where students, faculty, and staff are invited to join and ask questions, directly to them. So it's interactive. So if you have any questions, please contact Rebecca Tanner, who's the director of our Learning Society, and her team. She's happy to help out in any way she can. So we look forward to seeing everyone there. And that's my update for today. And Dr. Fatherly is coming up right now. Down.
I've heard that. If you're wondering how a bunch of smart people can be so perplexed by a new mic, I'm just going to say it's April, or a new clicker. See, I even picked the wrong word. So I just gave evidence to the point I was making. Good morning, everyone. My pleasure to start by talking about my favorite topic. Woo! Yay! So for my faculty friends in the audience, I'm going to show some slides you saw last week, but they were fun. I think you'll agree. So here is our roundup on where we are on an almost 2-year-long process as we went through our decennial reaffirmation from SAC COC. This is obviously, as everyone knows by now, one of the most important things an institution does from time to time. So we had an on-site visit just a couple weeks ago. We received the draft of the report. Greg and Nicole and myself and Dan and others were invited to make any correctional errors, people's names wrong, figures wrong, and then we'll get the official formal version from them probably in the next week or two. So here's how we netted out. We started with 74 standards. We then had 483 pages of a report. Many of you online and in this room helped write some of those 483 pages, so thanks for that. Even more, you helped collect the 2,223 supporting documents that went with the 483 pages. Then for fun, because we didn't have anything else to do, we did a QEP proposal. And the topic is? Thank you, friends. So we did a QEP proposal, which also involved a lot of pages, a lot of supporting documents, and certainly a lot of good thinking and work together. Then we had 8 people come to campus from different institutions. They traveled about 4,105 miles to get here. They spent a couple days with us, and that resulted in 25 requested meetings with 54 people at Queens, some of whom are sitting here with us this morning or online. Some of you were super excited because your meeting got canceled. And you're like, this is the best. And it was the best because you didn't have to go to the meeting and they were already satisfied that they'd resolved the question they had on the standard. So that was win-win. And then a couple of lucky folks got to come back for more because there was a question that came up and they still weren't sure. So they talked to you again. And fortunately, you helped them get clear on what the answer to the question was. So you didn't go back for thirds. This also meant that there were 14 pounds of chocolate that were brought to this campus, particularly by Melissa McCartney, for whom I hold liable my sweet tooth right now. That is, I guess, going to get me through the end of the month. There were also about 85 gallons of coffee that were consumed by a number of people in this room, online, and also who have departed our campus. And then for fun, feel free to talk to Keisha and Diane in the Academic Affairs office. We had at least one, and Diane tells me more than one, exploding can of Diet Dr. Pepper that became part of our saga together. What, you ask, did this all result in? Besides smart people not being able to figure out how to use a new clicker. One standard, my friends, one standard. So we have one standard we have to do a little buttoning up on, and that's it. So I know how much you've enjoyed these public service announcements from me. You don't know what I'm going to say now when they give me the mic moving forward, because the first thing I talk about won't actually be reaffirmation. That'll be good for you. It'll be good for me. But in all sincerity, I want to thank everybody for everything they have done, especially over the last 18 months, which have been a haul and a half. This is a fantastic result. President Lugan and I could not be happier with the outcome of all of this, which really was all of the hard work and good thinking by all of us as a campus community as we went through this process together. So we will continue to now roll forward on the QEP, more to come there. They were very positive about it, so it'll be more moving on to implementation, thanks to leadership from certainly Carolyn and Daniel and others on QEP. So these announcements will go a little different. It'll be more about opportunities to engage with the QEP and a little less about standards you have to write. So thank you. from the bottom of my heart. Here's the stuff I actually talk about when we're not going through a reaffirmation. So here's my other slide before I hand things over to Rich. I'm delighted to say, not unlike Maria's update, that us being able to get more fully back onto campus and engaged in ways that are a little more typical has been really great over the last month or so. I know there's a lot going on, but really wonderful things. So big shout out to folks who helped organize Marketing Excellence. This is our day when we celebrate undergraduate research and creative work. Leslie Marsicano gets a big gold star for all of the legwork and all the work that she did, certainly supported by our faculty committee and our faculty judges, but delighted that we had over 50 students who had applied and asked to be considered to be out in the lobby here and out front, and did a great job presenting their oral presentations and their posters on Friday. So it's wonderful to see many of you there supporting them and their work. Also really pleased that we're going to have another on-campus experience of the Jim Rogers Summer Institute. So we've got a number of really diverse, interesting topics this year, even more so. Every year we get a chance to do this program. So delighted to see the faculty and student partnership that's being supported through that. And then also just a friendly reminder that JBIPs are actually going, and some of them are led by some people who are sitting in this room that I can see. But we've got about 150 students who will head out over the summer months to do their faculty-led international experiences that are course embedded. So really excited. I know Angie and Sidra and Leslie and everybody else in William is delighted to see this resume, but also doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes to make sure that it can be done safely and that we've got all the backup plans. So really appreciate all the work coming out of the Pulliam Center for sure. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Rich Majerus.
Can we do one more round of applause for the reaffirmation team? Sarah, Greg, Nicole. I think it was so fun. We're going to take about a 10-year break and then do it all again. So rest up a little bit. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'm excited to start by sharing an update on the Charlotte Talent Initiative. This is a program we talked about a little bit at the last campus update. We just announced it publicly a little bit over a week ago. And as a reminder, it's a cohort-based academic program for low-income students who graduate from a Mecklenburg County high school who are high achieving. It's sponsored by our corporate partners and allows us really to scale the good work that everyone does at Queens, right, to transform lives and transform trajectories, provides an injection of resources to allow us to expand the number of low-income students who we serve at the university. This will be a cohort-based program, cohorts of 12 to 15 students. Each of those cohorts are sponsored by an employer partner who provides full tuition scholarships, as well as significantly enhanced co-curricular experiences, things like internships, mentorships, and additionally has input into us helping think about what are the most pressing skills, right, for our students to garner to enter into various employment sectors in the Charlotte region. We were thrilled last week, maybe, to obligatory clicker joke here, to announce our first partnership on campus with Lowe's. We had members of the Lowe's executive team here, including CEO Marvin Ellison, to speak about the initiative, the impact it'll make at Queens, in Charlotte, and for Lowe's. Preview, right, we'll be making our second major announcement for this program the first week of May, so keep your eyes out for that. Keeping the good news rolling this morning, we have our flexible Summer Friday schedule coming up in the summer. This will start after commencement, the week after commencement, and goes until the week before classes resume again. This is where, under the new policy, every office will remain open, right, Monday through Friday, but employees are welcome to take up to half of the summer Fridays off in collaboration with your department and your supervisor to work out the schedule that works best for you all. And looking forward to hearing about what everybody does with that time, enjoying some extra time away from campus this summer. Another great news item, as is our tradition, I get to recognize employees who have significant decade or longer anniversaries at Queens at the last campus update of the year. No one is quite approaching Miss Betty's record, but we do have some significant milestones to recognize today. Really do appreciate everyone's commitment to the university. Folks who have been here, committed to the work we're doing for 10 or more years, really making a difference, day in and day out. Really honored to share the stage with a couple of people on this list as well. Look forward to maybe joining it and being able to recognize myself one day on here along with you. So thank you for everything you do. The last part of my show today is an award ceremony, which I'm usually a little nervous up here, but especially nervous to host an awards show in the current age. So I'll do my best though. So the Staff Appreciation and Recognition Awards are awarded each year to members of our staff community who best demonstrate a commitment to Queens' values and our work in the community. This year we got a record number of nominations, at least in my time here, with 47. And I want to say thank you to everyone who took time to recognize and honor your colleagues by submitting a nomination. From those 47 nominations, the senior team chose 7 recipients of the award this year. The tradition has been 5. People are just doing so much good work. We haven't been able to limit ourselves to 5 lately. The winners of the award will receive a $500 check, right? And if you are one of the winners who I'm about to announce, please do stay after. I have the checks here for you. And we want to take some pictures on the stage to mark the occasion. So with that, pleased to go through and announce our 7 winners this year. First is Allie Glover. And the nominations were so tremendous. Most of these I'm just going to read directly from what was submitted. Allie understands the many facets of the enrollment process and is always looking for ways to improve the student experience. She cares deeply about her work. She often thinks about marginalized populations and creates ways that we can share our expertise with members of the Charlotte community who may not have access to the resources that more affluent students do. Within the last year, she stepped into a mentorship role for new members of the team. Seeing Allie grow as a professional and leader within the admissions office has been a great joy, and we're lucky to have her at Queens. Thank you, Allie. Should get a drum roll or something for these. But our second winner is Joey Haynes. Many, if not all, faculty and staff have had to step up in different ways as we manage through the pandemic as a university. This is certainly true for Joey, whose personal qualities and professional abilities have created compassionate, inclusive, and robust programming for all. Whether it's organizing groups to serve communities in search of credible vaccination information, facilitating conversations on challenging subjects, or building bridges across campus, he serves the Queens community with hope and selflessly. Thank you, Joey. Our third winner in 2022 is Phil Howard. Phil's nominator said, "There's not a better word than service to describe Phil's dedication to his team. Phil meets every challenge, question, request, or need with the utmost spirit of helpfulness. He has a knack for teaching others in a way that makes them feel empowered. He's gone above and beyond to find solutions within our new software, and he has the appreciation of the entire advancement team for the way he keeps the wheels turning every day." Thank you, Phil. Our fourth winner, Novia. Clearly a crowd favorite. So one of Novia's nominations simply said, and it was 3 words long, patience and grace. And And the only thing I might add to that, based on my experience working with her, is expertise. Right? She has a tremendously difficult job. Usually, her phone only rings when something isn't working right. Right? And she time and again shows up in those situations as a thoughtful expert, working to resolve whatever the technology challenge might be, and does it with patience and grace. So thank you, Novia. Our next winner is Megan. Megan works tirelessly to support faculty in their efforts to achieve Queens' mission and provide transformative learning experiences for our students. She's the first and main line of support for Canvas, digital learning, and instructional design needs at Queens, which we haven't had any needs for that over the last few years, right, Sarah? Megan's superpower in doing all of that is infectious enthusiasm, and she's been instrumental in assisting faculty and staff as we've transitioned back to campus with even more diverse learning modalities. So thank you for everything you're doing, Megan. Our next winner is Nicole Tarr. I think not much of a surprise here, right, based on what we've heard already today. Just an amazing effort, and the successful reaffirmation alone, right, is probably enough to earn this award, but she's done so much more than that. Through that process, which required everything that Sarah enumerated, coordinating the entire campus, writing a reaffirmation report, a focused report, a QEP report, other reports, dozens and dozens of documents, exploding sodas, all sorts of things. In doing all of that, she also worked to improve processes for our academic programs and administrative unit assessments, and works tirelessly to support our faculty when it comes to student learning outcomes at all levels of the university. And she's doing all of this and is always so eager to help others, right, while managing a process that we only have to do once every 10 years. So thank you for all the great work, Nicole. And our last recipient this year is Sarah Williams. Sarah is such a wonderful student advocate and faculty resource. She always has the students and their best interests in mind. She's willing to help them and the faculty however she can. She worked tremendously hard this last year to implement our Leadership Passport program to help our students build important competencies for a successful career in business. She always helps to make sure our students are well cared for and receiving the support they need to be successful. Thank you, Sarah. A reminder to the winners to stick around after for some quick photos. And again, thank you for everyone for everything you're doing for Queens. President Lugo.
Thank you. Congratulations, Sarah Award winners. Those are just some awesome achievements and accomplishments, and we look forward to next year's crop as well. So it is that time where we invite folks to take advantage of the large amount of people that we have in person as well as online with some announcements. For virtual attendees, I am instructed that you can submit a quick email to specialevents@queens.edu to make an announcement, but I also would imagine, is there a chat, or is that the only way? The only way is specialevents@queens.edu. And I know that we have someone sitting in the audience that will come on up to the mic over there, and I think I see Erin Walters making a move right now. What's going on, Erin?
Hello, so I am Erin Walters and I am heading up commencement this year. So as you have heard, yes, super exciting. It will be on May 7th and we are super excited to welcome it back on campus this year for the first time since 2019. So really the culmination of all the students' hard work, but also all of your hard work as well. And so I know a lot of you, this might be your first one on campus. So we invite you to come and celebrate with us And we also ask for volunteers. So if you have not volunteered already, please reach out to Pam Reed or Shannon Bray. They are heading up the volunteer list for me. But it's just going to be a really impactful weekend full of lots of things going on. So we just invite you to come and celebrate and be a part of the first commencement back in a while. So thank you.
Thank you, Erin. We do hope we have a lot of folks volunteering. It'll actually be my first commencement on campus. Hard to believe I've been here, this is my third cycle and first time actually being under the incredible tree canopy of our campus for graduation. So any other announcements?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Angie Edwards from the Pulliam Center for International Education. You may or may not have heard our bittersweet news that the lovely Leslie Reynolds, who's been serving as our Assistant Director for Global Education Programs, her husband got an amazing opportunity, professional opportunity in her hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. So she will be leaving us, and her last day is May 20th. So I wanted to make sure folks were aware of her upcoming departure, but that also means that #we're hiring. And I anticipate that position will be posted, Terry, today, hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's see, Terry says today it'll go up. That means that we're going to be looking for an amazing replacement for Leslie. This is the position that works very closely with our faculty on developing, coordinating, and executing faculty-led JBIPs. So it's a really important role on campus. Send us your good, amazing, qualified candidates. And of course, there's other duties as assigned with that role. But anyway, if you know someone who's good, send them my way. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Angie. Other announcements. We've got 2 mics. Jasmine.
Yeah, 2 quick announcements, totally separate. I'm Jasmine. I'm in the financial aid office. We have a few new folks over in our space. Ryan Huguenin, who's up here, Vanessa Jones, and Joshua Klasky is in student accounts. So they're all newer to Queens in the last few weeks. So I wanted to welcome them. And then secondly, totally taking off my staff member hat and putting on my student athlete alumni hat. In addition to all of the great things that were said earlier, I wanted to shout out the Queens softball team who made history by sweeping Carson Newman this past weekend for the first time in program history. Carson Newman's ranked 25th in the country. And Queens was preseason predicted to finish last in the conference. And they are currently well above 500. So shout out to Queens softball.
Definitely. And you're the voice of Royal Softball, aren't you?
Just every now and again when they need a subpar sub in there.
All right. I think we got another announcement in the back.
I just want to invite everyone to attend some of the events of the Department of Art, Design, and Music. We are able to have ensembles, it's amazing. And then we also, and our events are listed in the Queen's calendar, but we also will have our senior showcase on April 30th. So we invite you to attend that as well as check out some of our other events. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Rebecca Patton, the Center for Student Success. We just wanted to let everyone know that we are hosting Scoops for Success on Reading Day, Tuesday the 26th, in the residential quad from 2:30 to 5. So that's our spin on our annual stress relief event for finals week, and we'll be serving ice cream to the students. So Scoops for Success on Reading Day. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Terry.
Greetings. What are you doing on May 24th? That's right, Employee Development Day. Mark your calendar and be there.
Thank you, Terry. I'm sure you'll have a couple more opportunities to remind us. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica Capobianco over with Student Accessibility Services. I know I made this announcement the last time we were all together, but again, finals are coming. We are almost fully full for students who have accommodations for testing accommodations. So if your students, they get accommodations and they need to test at the center, please make announcements in your class that they sign up. We will already also start reaching out to you for your final exams. So if you haven't gotten started on those, you might want to, because we're trying to organize ourselves too. So please have your students sign up. If it is full, just have your student reach out to me so that we can figure out a game plan to help them be successful for finals. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Any other updates, announcements? Take advantage of this great forum. Anything online? All right, well, going once, twice, three times. Thank you for your time this morning. I hope you enjoy the weather or enjoy the week. And I think we're going to have our star employees and award winners hang out for a picture after. So come on down. Thank you, everyone.